Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, why? Why are we all here? What's out there? And how does it all work? Well, you're certainly not alone. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Big Why. I'm just as curious as you are about the universe and everything in it. From the depths of the ocean to the furthest reaches of space, no question is too big, no topic too strange for us. We'll crack open the mysteries of black holes, journey to the edge of the universe, and explore the mind-blowing discoveries that are changing our world. So if you're ready to unleash your inner scientist, ask the tough questions, and explore the universe alongside me, then buckle up, and let's ask why. The calendar, a fundamental tool for organizing our lives and marking the passage of time, is filled with familiar dates and reoccurring patterns. But have you ever heard of January 0? This seemingly nonsensical date, while not officially recognized in any calendar system, has found its way into various fields and applications, sparking curiosity and confusion alike. In this video, we'll delve into the enigmatic world of January 0, exploring its origins, its various interpretations, and its practical uses in different contexts. We'll examine how this unconventional date has been employed in astronomy, computer science, and even everyday life, and we'll consider the potential benefits and drawbacks of its usage. Whether you're a calendar aficionado, a programmer dealing with date calculations, or simply someone intrigued by the quirks and oddities of timekeeping, this exploration of January 0 promises to challenge your assumptions and broaden your understanding of how we measure and interpret time. And who knows? Perhaps by understanding the unconventional concept of January 0, we can gain a fresh perspective on the arbitrary nature of our calendars and the infinite possibilities that lie within the realm of time. While we're all familiar with the standard days and months that make up our calendars, there exists a curious realm of non-standard dates that serve various purposes, from the whimsical and fictional to the practical and scientific. These unconventional dates can be used for a variety of reasons, such as creating a rhetorical effect, addressing mathematical or scientific needs, or simply adding a touch of humor or absurdity to our timekeeping systems. Some non-standard dates are purely fictional, existing only in the imaginations of writers and storytellers. For example, in the popular science fiction series Doctor Who, the Doctor frequently travels to dates that don't exist in our calendar, such as the year 5000 or even further into the future. Other non-standard dates are used for rhetorical or satirical purposes. For instance, the date February 30th is often used to express impossibility or absurdity, as February never has more than 29 days, even in a leap year. In the realm of science and mathematics, non-standard dates can be used to address specific technical needs or to resolve discrepancies within calendar systems. One such example is January 0, which we'll explore in more detail in this video. This unconventional date has been employed in astronomy, computer science, and other fields to simplify calculations and create a more continuous timeline. By exploring these non-standard dates, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the flexibility and adaptability of our timekeeping systems. We can also recognize the creative and sometimes humorous ways in which humans have manipulated and reinterpreted the calendar to suit their needs. The world of non-standard dates is a testament to human ingenuity and our ongoing quest to make sense of time, a fundamental dimension of our existence that continues to challenge and intrigue us. The curious date of January 0, while not officially recognized in any standard calendar system, has a specific and practical application in astronomy and timekeeping. It's essentially an alias for December 31st, the last day of the year. The use of January 0 is primarily found in annual infirmadies, which are tables that predict the positions of celestial objects like the sun, moon, planets, and stars at specific times. By using January 0 to represent December 31st, astronomers can keep all the dates within the same year for which the ephemeris was published. This avoids the need to reference the previous year, even though January 0 and December 31st refer to the same 24-hour period. This convention simplifies calculations and date analysis, especially for astronomers who need to track the positions of celestial objects over long periods. Additionally, January 0 is sometimes used as an epoch, a reference point in time for certain astronomical calculations. For example, the ephemeris second, a unit of time used in astronomy, is defined as a fraction of the tropical year at the epoch 1900 January 0 at 12 hours ephemeris time. Likewise, Newcomb's Tables of the Sun, an influential astronomical reference work, used 1900 January 0 as its epoch. This epoch was later adopted by the Dublin Julian day, a system for counting days used in astronomy and other scientific fields. The use of January 0, while unconventional, serves a practical purpose in astronomical calculations and timekeeping. It offers a convenient way to represent the last day of the year within a single year's ephemeris and provides a consistent reference point for various astronomical measurements and calculations. While January 0 exists as a non-standard date with practical applications, February 30th is a different story altogether. This date is an anomaly, a quirk of history and hypothetical calendars, and it doesn't exist in either the Julian or Gregorian calendars we commonly use today. In a standard year, February has 28 days, and in a leap year it has 29, but February 30th has never been a regular part of any widely used calendar system. However, there have been a few curious instances where February 30th made a brief appearance in history. A 13th century scholar, Johannes de Sacrobosco, mistakenly claimed that February had 30 days in leap years during the early Julian calendar. However, historical evidence, including comparisons with the Alexandrian calendar, refutes this claim. The most notable occurrence of February 30th happened in Sweden in 1712, during a complicated transition from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Sweden attempted to make a gradual change by omitting leap days. However, due to the Great Northern War, they inadvertently skipped this omission for a few years, leading to a calendar misalignment. To rectify the error and realign with the Julian calendar, Sweden added an extra leap day in 1712, resulting in the only known official use of February 30th in history. This unique date corresponded to February 29th in the Julian calendar and March 11th in the Gregorian calendar. Aside from this historical anomaly, February 30th sometimes appears in artificial or hypothetical calendars. For example, some climate models simplify calculations by using a calendar with 12 months of 30 days each. While not reflecting reality, these artificial calendars serve a practical purpose in scientific simulations. The existence, or rather the non-existence, of February 30th highlights the complexities and intricacies of timekeeping systems. It reminds us that calendars are human constructs subject to errors, adjustments, and even occasional anomalies. While February 30th has made rare historical appearances, February 31st exists solely in the realm of unconventional and symbolic usage. This non-existent date has been found on gravestones when the actual date of death is unknown. It's a placeholder of sorts, marking a life that ended but whose precise date has been lost to time. In at least one documented case, February 31st was used on a gravestone out of superstition, though it's more likely a simple typographical error. Regardless of the reason, this peculiar date adds a touch of mystery and intrigue to the stories of those who rest beneath these headstones. While February 31st is a fictional date, it serves a poignant purpose. It acknowledges the lives that have been lived, even when the exact details of their passing remain a mystery. It's a reminder of the fleeting nature of time and the enduring legacy of those who have come before us. The use of non-standard dates extends beyond historical and scientific contexts, sometimes serving as a form of social or political commentary. The date May 35th is a notable example of this phenomenon. In mainland China, this non-existent date is used as a coded reference to the Tiananmen Square protest of 1989, a sensitive topic that is heavily censored by the government. By referring to the events of June 4th as May 35th, individuals can circumvent censorship and subtly acknowledge this significant historical event. This creative use of a non-standard date demonstrates the power of language and symbolism to subvert censorship and maintain a collective memory of events that are officially suppressed. Interestingly, the date May 35th also appears in a different context as the title of German children's novel published in 1931, The 35th of May, or Conrad's Ride to the South Seas. While this date is purely fictional and unrelated to the Tiananmen Square protests, it highlights the creative potential of non-standard dates to evoke a sense of whimsy and imagination. The use of May 35th in China, however, is a powerful example of how non-standard dates can be used for social and political purposes. It serves as a coded message of resistance, a way for individuals to express their awareness of a historical event that has been officially erased from public discourse. This demonstrates how even seemingly innocuous dates can take on new meanings and significance in different contexts, reflecting the complex interplay of language, history, and social power. The non-standard date of December 31.5 GMT is a fascinating example of how timekeeping conventions have evolved and adapted to address specific needs and challenges. In 1924, this date was used in almanacs to resolve a conflict between two different ways of defining civil time at midnight. Traditionally, astronomers considered a day to begin at noon, while for most other purposes, a day started at midnight. This discrepancy caused confusion and ambiguity when referring to events that occurred at or around midnight. To address this issue, the date 31.5 GMT was introduced as a way to pinpoint a specific instance in time, halfway between December 31st and January 1st. This allowed for a more precise and unambiguous reference to events occurring at midnight, eliminating the confusion caused by the dual conventions. While this solution may seem somewhat arbitrary, it highlights the flexibility and adaptability of timekeeping systems. It demonstrates how even seemingly fixed concepts like the calendar can be modified and adjusted to meet the practical needs of different fields and communities. The use of December 31.5 GMT in 1924 almanacs is a testament to the ongoing evolution of timekeeping conventions and the human ingenuity in finding solutions to practical challenges. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of precision and clarity in our measurements and understanding of time, a fundamental dimension of our existence. The curious case of December 32nd, 1980 is a unique and humorous example of a non-standard date used in real-world context. This fictional date was employed to secure fundings for the Learfan, an experimental aircraft being developed in the late 1970s. The Learfan project, spearheaded by aviation pioneer Bill Lear, was facing a critical deadline. The British government, which had invested in the project, had allocated funding that was set to expire at the end of 1980. Unfortunately, a planned test flight on December 31st, 1980 was cancelled due to technical difficulties. This delay threatened to jeopardize the project's funding as the deadline loomed. In a creative and somewhat audacious move, a sympathetic government official recorded the date of the Learfan's maiden flight, which took place on January 1st, 1981, as December 32nd, 1980. This fictional date, while technically non-existent, allowed the project to secure the necessary funding and continue its development. This unusual incident highlights the lengths to which individuals and organizations sometimes go to navigate bureaucratic hurdles and secure financial support. It also demonstrates the flexibility of our concept of time and the willingness to bend the rules in pursuit of a greater goal. While December 32nd, 1980 may be a fictional date, it holds a unique place in aviation history as a testament to the ingenuity and determination of those involved in the Learfan project. It's a reminder that sometimes a little creative thinking and a willingness to challenge conventions can lead to unexpected outcomes and even contribute to scientific and technological progress. The use of non-standard dates extends beyond the digital realm. In astronomy, for instance, March 0 is sometimes employed as a convenient shorthand for February 29th and leap years. This convention simplifies calculations and avoids the need to adjust for the extra day in leap years, streamlining data analysis and comparisons over long periods. The world of software and programming also has its own unique applications for non-standard dates. In Microsoft Excel, for example, the epoch or starting point for the 1900 date system is set as January 0, 1900. This allows for easier calculations and date manipulations within spreadsheets. In the realm of climate modeling and meteorological data analysis, the fictional date of February 31st, along with February 32nd and February 33rd, is sometimes used to simplify calculations and create a more uniform distribution of days throughout the year. This approach, while not reflecting the actual calendar, can streamline data processing and analysis in specific scientific contexts. The date of March 0 is another non-standard date that has found a niche in software engineering. It's often used as a placeholder or a way to represent the last day of February, particularly in programming languages or systems where the concept of a negative day number doesn't exist. While these non-standard dates may seem arbitrary or even nonsensical to the average user, they serve practical purposes in specific technical and scientific fields. They demonstrate how our understanding and manipulation of time can be adapted and customized to meet the unique needs of different applications and systems. The use of non-standard dates in software and programming highlights the flexibility and adaptability of our timekeeping systems. It also underscores the importance of precision and accuracy in representing and manipulating dates in digital environments where even the smallest error can have significant consequences. Non-standard dates also find their place in the realm of fiction, where authors and creators have the freedom to bend the rules of time and create unique calendars to suit their narratives. In J.R.R. Tolkien's fantasy world of Middle-earth, the hobbits have their own calendar system known as the Shire Reckoning. This calendar divides the year into 12 months of 30 days each, and the month of Solmeth corresponds to our February. Therefore, in the Hobbit calendar, February 30th is a perfectly valid and existing date. Ray Bradbury, in his short story Last Night of the World, uses the date February 30th, 1951 to mark the final nights of humanity's existence. This fictional date serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of time and the impermanence of all things. In the Soviet film 31st June, the fictional date of June 31st serves as a plot device, allowing the protagonist to travel back and forth in time between different historical periods. This date, while impossible in our calendar, creates a sense of whimsy and allows for creative storytelling within the film's narrative. Terry Pratchett, in his Discworld novel Hogfather, introduces the date of December 32nd, or 32nd of December, as the date of Hogswatch Night, a fictional holiday celebrated in the Discworld universe. This non-standard date adds a touch of humor and absurdity to the story, highlighting the fantastical nature of Pratchett's world. Even in children's literature, non-standard dates can be used to create a sense of wonder and imagination. In Dr. Seuss's book, Please Try to Remember the 1st of October, the fictional month of October is filled with delight and fantastical events, encouraging children to embrace their creativity and imagine the possibilities that lie beyond the boundaries of the conventional calendar. These examples demonstrate how non-standard dates can be used in fiction to create unique settings, drive narratives, and invoke a sense of wonder and possibility. They remind us that time is not just a rigid construct, but a flexible and malleable concept that can be manipulated and reimagined to serve the needs of storytelling and creative expression. The concept of non-standard dates, while often used for practical or symbolic purposes, has also found its way into popular culture, appearing in various forms of media and creative expression. In computer programming, March 0 is sometimes used as a placeholder for February 29th and leap years to simplify calculations in the Doomsday Algorithm, a method for determining the day of the week for any given date. On a lighter note, musicians Lin-Manuel Miranda and Weird Al Yankovic playfully celebrated March 2nd as February 30th to mark the release date of Yankovic's parody song, The Hamilton Polka. The humorous use of a non-existent date added a playful touch to the promotion of the song. In 2010, a Hanshin Tigers wall calendar in Japan mistakenly included the date November 31st. This error, discovered by fans, led to a recall and reprinting of the calendar, highlighting the importance of accuracy even in seemingly mundane items like calendars. The sitcom Parks and Recreation also featured a humorous use of a non-standard date in the episode 94 Meetings. The character Ron Swanson is overwhelmed with meetings scheduled for March 31st by his assistant April, who mistakenly believed that it was not a real date. Even in music, non-standard dates have made appearances. The soul band Black Pumice included a song titled October 33rd on their Grammy-nominated 2019 album, showcasing a creative and evocative use of a fictional date. The 1998 French-language film August 32nd on Earth further demonstrates the use of non-standard dates in artistic expression. The film's title itself, featuring the impossible date of August 32nd, sets a whimsical and surreal tone for the narrative that unfolds. These examples highlight the diverse and creative ways in which non-standard dates have been used in popular culture. Whether for practical purposes, humorous effect, or artistic expression, these unconventional dates remind us of the flexible and malleable nature of time and the human tendency to play with and reinterpret its boundaries. The concept of non-standard dates extends beyond historical anomalies and playful references. It also finds a place in proposals for calendar reform, where the goal is to create more balanced and consistent timekeeping systems. One of the common motivations for calendar reform is to even out the lengths of the months, which vary significantly in the Gregorian calendar. Several reform calendars, like the World Calendar and the Hank Henry Permanent Calendar, address the issue by introducing a 30-day February. This change would create a more uniform distribution of days throughout the year, simplifying calculations and scheduling. The Symmetry 454 calendar takes this concept even further by assigning 35 days to 4 months: February, May, August, and November. In leap years, December also gets 35 days. This creates a more symmetrical calendar with a consistent pattern of days per month. While these reform calendars haven't gained widespread adoption, they demonstrate the creative thinking and innovative approaches being explored to improve our timekeeping systems. By considering alternative calendar structures, we can question the assumptions of our current calendar and imagine new possibilities for how we measure and organize time. The inclusion of a 30-day February or even a 35-day February in these reform calendars may seem unusual, but it highlights the arbitrary nature of our current calendar system. It reminds us that the way we divide time into days, weeks, and months is a human construct subject to change and reinterpretation. By exploring these alternative calendar proposals, we can gain a deeper understanding of the possibilities and limitations of timekeeping, and perhaps even envision a future where our calendars are more aligned with our modern needs and aspirations. We've journeyed through the curious world of non-standard dates, from the practical applications of January 0 and March 0 to the historical anomalies of February 30th and the symbolic uses of May 35th. We've even ventured into the fictional realms of hobbits and time-traveling Soviets, where calendars defy our conventional understanding of time. The existence of these non-standard dates, while often overlooked or dismissed as mere curiosities, reveals the flexible and adaptable nature of our timekeeping systems. They remind us that calendars are human creations subject to error, revision, and even creative reinterpretation. By exploring the world of non-standard dates, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of time measurement and the diverse ways in which humans have sought to organize and make sense of the passage of time. We can also recognize the potential for humor, creativity, and social commentary that these unconventional dates offer. If this exploration has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to delve deeper into the world of calendars, timekeeping systems, and the cultural and historical context that have shaped them. Explore the fascinating stories behind these non-standard dates and consider how they challenge our assumptions about the nature of time itself. And who knows, perhaps by embracing the unconventional and exploring the possibilities beyond the confines of our standard calendars, we can unlock new insights into the mysteries of time and its role in our lives. Thank you everyone for watching. My name's The Big Y. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new to the Why Not family, a follow. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.